Hello, my name is Malik Atala, and today I'm going to be talking about one of a subject that I've been waiting to cover. The whole Sharon Tate family, I have so much appreciation for, and today I'm going to be expressing how much they actually mean to me, the Tate family, because Doris Tate had such a legacy after her daughter Sharon was convicted. She turned the pain of her loss into something positive that she can actually influence the humanity on. Because Sharon, Tate, she was the most beautiful, the most shockingly gorgeous, and most innocent. And from all reports, everybody had nothing but nice things to say about her. Not only was she beautiful outwardly, but inwardly, she was a beautiful human being. And I think the loss of innocence is really what rings true in this case. And it leaves us with these old images that can never leave our memory. But I just want to say that victims' rights is something that we need to fight for. Doris Tate was kind of the pioneer of that because Manson and his family, after they were locked up, they were the most infamous. It was like the most infamous murder of the century, especially since it was in Los Angeles and it was very high profile. Um, the Hollywood scene was jumping, and Sharon Tate had all of these wonderful movies that she did, that she was in. She was a wonderful actress. Sharon Tate has been quoted as saying, I feel that even before you perform in front of the camera, I feel it's very necessary to learn your craft. She went to school for becoming an actress, and she actually lived in Europe for a long time. But Doris Tate, she was the crusader. Went to every she went to Tex Watson's parole hearing, and she was very powerful in that courtroom setting, not courtroom, but parole hearing setting, because she didn't want her firstborn daughter's murderers to get paroled. So she had a right, she felt, to stand up for her daughter and speak against victims' rights, which I find is very strong, and I can't even imagine the pain and the heartache that victims go through when they or the loss of a loved one. For me, it's if I lost a loved one, I don't know what I would do. I'm not very close to many people, but I'm very sure that the death of Sharon Tate was very, very harmful. It took away Doris Tate's kind of sanity, really. She went out of her rails, more or less. And there was three daughters. Sharon Tate was the oldest. Then there was the middle daughter, Patricia Tate, and then there was Deborah Tate. And they were a military family. Paul Tate was the father, and Doris Tate was the mother, and they, resided in California, Los Angeles. I think San Pedro's or Palos Verdes, somewhere in that area, is where they resided. But Doris Tate is very, very. She's been recognized by the President of the United States for helping victims' rights services flourish in LA, and I really, really applaud her. If this message gets out to her, I have nothing but absolute respect for her achievements. And Deborah Tate, I really, really enjoy watching your progress in keeping all of the Manson family behind bars. I'm just a kid. I'm learning more about, I know all about the story, about all the killers. It's fascinating to the public, but not really many people focus on the victim side of things. The serial killer is kind of glorified throughout the public and kind of cast as a character, to be remembered for all the wrong reasons. The youngest daughter, Deborah Tate, was critical in keeping the Manson family behind bars. She put up a website, noparoleformansonfamily.com, and I think Doris Tate, she went on Geraldo Rivera with Vincent Bugliosi, the prosecutor, and said that she got 35,000 signatures through her petition to keep these people behind bars. I'm very, very fascinated with all of these YouTube videos. Just to see the environment in the parole hearing when Doris Tate is sitting there face to face with the man, Tex Watson, who murdered her firstborn daughter, and you see her look straight at him and say you can't be trusted back into society, and you get your parole once your victims get their parole. She was very, very I respect her a lot. Deborah Tate and Patricia Tate and the whole Tate family. I can't imagine what they all went through. So much publicity, and it was a 3-ring media circus about the Manson case. And just to have one of your family members and just to be thrown into that kind of situation, for a family, it's devastating. And I think they're probably the number one public example of what victims really go through, and they really represented all victims and gave them platforms to speak their minds. And I would encourage everybody to do the same if they've had a loved one that has passed away by being murdered by somebody else. Get dramatically involved. All of this person takes away a bunch out of your life, a person that you love, and the only revenge that you can get is getting involved and making sure that if I had my way, they'd all be dead. But I would get revenge for sure if somebody got one of my family members. So basically, it's really proud. I'm really proud to say that the Tate family has had an impact on my life, and other people watching this video should definitely check out their videos. Doris Tate is an excellent role model. She's been, I would suggest everybody to click the description below about the interview that Doris Tate did with author Bill Nelson. Bill Nelson was a true crime author, and he covered the Manson family and for a long time. And he has an exclusive interview with Doris. And, when I first watched that, I was drinking whiskey, and I would watch all these YouTube videos at night, and I would just learn and learn and learn about the story. And Susan Atkins, Doris said that she knew in her psyche, in her mind, that Susan Atkins was actually the one who murdered her daughter. Yeah, that's what she said, so check it out. It's a good video. I'll put the link in the description. But besides that, I hope everybody watching this video, please subscribe, and comment your thoughts. Share this if anybody knows somebody else with ties in the Manson family. Hit me up, because I would love to interview one of these, even a witness from back then in 1969. I want to be a journalist, kind of, and get all the inside details. Malakatala here, and everybody have a great week. God bless everybody. Peace.